Welcome back to Sir Boats Yacht, the channel where classic design meets timeless craftsmanship on the open sea. If you're passionate about the golden era of yachting, where teak decks gleam under the sun and engines hum with mechanical grace, you're in the right place. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the world of old-school yachts, those vintage beauties that remind us that elegance on the water doesn't always need to be digital or high-tech. It needs to be authentic. It needs to be built by hand. It needs to have soul. So sit back, imagine the sound of the waves against a polished hull, and let's explore what makes an old-school yacht not just a vessel, but a living piece of maritime history. An old-school yacht is instantly recognizable the moment you lay eyes on it. From the sweeping lines of its hull to the gleaming brass fittings and the rich aroma of varnished mahogany, every inch tells a story of craftsmanship. Unlike modern composite yachts that favor lightweight materials and sleek minimalism, the classic yachts are born from solid teak, oak, and mahogany, woods chosen not just for their strength, but for their beauty. These yachts were built at a time when every curve and contour was shaped by skilled hands rather than computer models. Most vintage yachts range between 40 and 80 feet, depending on their era and purpose. The proportions are balanced and graceful, designed to move smoothly through the water rather than overpower it. The decks are traditionally laid with teak planks, their texture providing grip even when wet, and the warmth of the wood adding a touch of natural luxury that no synthetic surface can replicate. You'll often find brass cleats and polished chrome accents gleaming in the sunlight, each piece serving both form and function. One of the standout features of old-school yachts is their wheelhouse or helm. It's not just a control station, it's the heart of the vessel. The classic wooden steering wheel, analog gauges, and polished brass throttles combine utility and art in equal measure. There's something deeply satisfying about the tactile feel of real wood and metal under your hands as you guide the yacht across calm waters. The design philosophy behind an old-school yacht can be summed up in one word: heritage. These yachts were designed to express pride and identity, not just speed or size. Every element serves a purpose while maintaining an aesthetic balance that feels timeless. The hulls often feature rounded bows and smooth transitions, helping the yacht cut efficiently through the water while maintaining a soft, stable ride. Unlike many modern vessels that prioritize bold, angular lines and futuristic finishes, old-school yachts embrace proportion and harmony. Their exterior design celebrates curves, polished railings, and handcrafted joinery. Many of these yachts were built in the post-war decades, the 1950s and 1960s, when craftsmanship was at its peak and materials were chosen for longevity. From the outside, a well-maintained old-school yacht gleams like a piece of floating architecture. Every reflection on the hull speaks of care and tradition. Even small details, like the shape of the portholes or the curve of the windshield, reflect the design sensibilities of the era. It's the marine equivalent of a classic car, a blend of engineering and artistry that transcends time. Below deck, the layout follows a practical yet inviting flow. The cabins are warm and intimate rather than vast and sterile. These yachts were built for connection, for shared meals, laughter, and the simple pleasure of being on the water. Everything from the joinery to the upholstery was designed to last decades, not just seasons. Stepping inside an old-school yacht is like stepping into another world, a blend of nostalgia, craftsmanship, and maritime charm. The main salon usually greets you with rich wooden tones, soft lighting, and panoramic windows that flood the space with natural light. The furniture is often built-in, with cushioned bench seating around a handcrafted table, allowing the cabin to make the most of every inch of space while maintaining comfort and elegance. In the galley, you'll find a layout that is compact yet fully functional. There's no wasted space, only intelligent design. Classic brass fixtures, small portholes letting in slivers of sunlight, and neatly fitted cabinetry all create a feeling of cozy sophistication. The craftsmanship here is unmistakable. Drawers slide smoothly, doors fit perfectly, and every corner feels purposeful. The sleeping quarters continue the theme of elegance through simplicity. Cabins feature warm wood walls, soft linens, and just enough storage to keep the essentials. A master cabin, often located aft, provides privacy and comfort with a double berth, built-in cabinetry, and small reading lamps casting a soft glow over the space. It's not about size here, it's about character. You don't feel like you're inside a hotel room, you feel like you're in a handcrafted retreat made for the sea. Bathrooms, or heads, as they're known in nautical terms, are practical yet full of charm. Expect porcelain sinks, brass fittings, and carefully sealed wood finishes. Everything is designed to withstand humidity while retaining the classic aesthetic that defines the yacht's personality. Everywhere you look, you see the evidence of a different time, when things were made to endure, not just to impress. The smell of varnish, the feel of solid wood, the soft creak of the deck underfoot, these are sensory details that no modern fiberglass yacht can reproduce.
While vintage yachts are admired primarily for their looks and craftsmanship, their performance is equally impressive.
Most old-school yachts are powered by reliable diesel engines, often from iconic manufacturers like Caterpillar, Detroit Diesel, or Perkins. These engines were built for endurance, capable of running smoothly for decades with proper maintenance. They may not offer blistering speed, but they provide steady, confident cruising power, ideal for long coastal journeys or weekend escapes. The hull design of these classic yachts often emphasizes displacement or semi-displacement performance, meaning they glide through the water gracefully rather than planing on top of it. This makes for a quieter, smoother ride, especially in moderate seas. The stability is exceptional, helped by the natural weight and balance of the wooden hull. Handling an old-school yacht feels different from commanding a modern one. You feel the connection between your movements at the helm and the response of the vessel. There's a tangible feedback loop that gives you complete awareness of the yacht's rhythm. It's more than just navigation, it's participation. You don't just drive an old-school yacht, you feel it move beneath you, alive and expressive. Even in today's world of autopilots and touchscreen controls, many enthusiasts prefer the mechanical honesty of these classic yachts. The analog gauges, the sound of the engine ticking over, and the subtle vibration through the deck remind you that you're part of a living system powered by engineering heritage. So what truly sets an old-school yacht apart in a world dominated by fiberglass and carbon fiber? It's the human touch. Every piece of joinery, every curve of the hull, every brass fitting was placed there by someone who cared deeply about their craft. These yachts have personalities, no two are ever exactly alike. Owning an old-school yacht isn't just about sailing, it's about preservation. You become the caretaker of history, maintaining a piece of nautical art that tells stories of another era. For many owners, that connection to the past is the ultimate luxury. The sense of tradition, the pride in ownership, and the admiration from fellow sailors make it a deeply rewarding experience. Another key advantage lies in the build quality. Wood, when properly maintained, can last for generations. Its natural flexibility absorbs shock, and its insulating qualities make cabins quieter and more comfortable than those of most modern boats. The materials used in these yachts age gracefully, developing a patina that adds to their charm rather than detracts from it. From a design standpoint, an old-school yacht will always turn heads in the marina. While modern vessels may blur together with the glossy white fiberglass shells, a classic yacht stands out immediately, elegant, poised, and full of personality. Whether you're cruising a calm bay or anchored at sunset, it captures attention effortlessly.
And then there's the emotional aspect. Sailing an old-school yacht connects you to a slower, more deliberate way of life. There's a ritual to it, polishing the brass, maintaining the wood, planning voyages without rushing. It's a hobby, a lifestyle, and a love affair rolled into one.
In the end, the old-school yacht represents more than just a mode of transport. It's a tribute to a time when boats were built to be beautiful as well as functional, when craftsmen poured their skill and pride into every detail. For some, it's nostalgia. For others, it's a statement against disposable modern design. But for everyone who steps aboard, it's pure magic. Here on Sir Boats Yacht, we celebrate that magic, the sound of the ocean meeting the hull, the gleam of varnished wood in the morning sun, and the quiet dignity of classic maritime design. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of old-school yachts, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Sir Boats Yacht, and ring the bell for more stories about timeless vessels and the people who love them. Because out here, on the open water, history isn't just remembered, it's still sailing.